Okay, great.
Oh, I'm asking what you.
Get off camera. Oh, I was like, Ramon's in the virtual, but you're here as well. Excellent. Other duties at the time. I bought this at Target because it took a grown up fast, but it's also. Just have it there.
Thank you, Reese.
Bye, Rachel.
What's happening here?
Sure, you're sharing your screen.
I'm sharing
No,
my screen.
not Reese. I'm talking about the.
Oh, okay.
I
am seeing your computer.
It shows your WebEx.
It's showing your WebEx.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I'm coming here. I just want to understand.
I don't know where to put the thing on.
Like, that's my whole point. Like, are they not going to come back?
Could you just make it like speaker view with that, so you don't see what's being shared, you only see the people, because that's a matter of that.
Yeah, who's controlling game dev?
Control what?
The club.
Like, what we're talking about?
I can't, I was thinking that I probably use. I didn't say anything. I didn't talk to the big customer. No. I think that's what it is. That's what it's like. Oh.
You guys are the one who can get.
Better.
No.
Not anyone.
Oh, no.
I don't have a master's degree.
Everybody was talking to me when I sit down that day. I get like a heavy different.
They were talking about.
Do we have to do this? Oh.
It's all the. Hi, lovelies. Say what? You volunteer as tribute?
Yeah, I volunteer.
Okay, okay. That's not me, that was Corey.
It is. Did we get that?
No.
Why?
Why do you need a jacket?
Do we want to look at this?
It's so.
You can get a t-shirt, you have a t-shirt, you have a name tag, and you have a nameplate.
The name's.
I can't wear the name plate.
The
name's so visible.
That is not a question for me.
What question is it?
I mean, it is a question for me. I'm not ordering any jackets.
Okay, y'all, let's get started. I've called this meeting until order at 5:34 p.m. I recognize that Kira, Usman, Devin, Ronnie, Ron, Fiona, who's here? Amina, Aya, and Hosea, and our exhibition members, Tori and Candace. Candace, you are acquiring part of the exhibition.
Yes, yes.
As well as our,
What's your name? I can't hear you.
Maria.
Oh, Maria? Maria. Maria. Fantastic. Welcome.
So right now we're looking at the agenda. Are there any motions on the floor to maybe us approve the meeting agenda as it stands?
Question about the agendas. Like, could it be a message?
Yes.
Should it be established or a semesterly project?
Good question. So it is technically a Sahas application. I believe they actually submitted it as a semesterly application. And we are looking at it as a Sahas application because it's submitted with that deadline because semesterly starts only after. I move to approve.
A second.
Any objections? Hearing no objections, you've approved the meeting agenda for today. Moving on to the meeting minutes. I'm just gonna scroll through it real quick, let you know who want me to stop. Any motion on the floor?
Emotional. I'm so.
Thank you. Yes. Sorry, who seconded? Okay, both of you, perfect. Any objections? Hearing no objections, we approve the meeting minutes from the 5th of October. Everyone goes first. I'm gonna show up the legislation right there, but, while we do so, we have two members from DSA right here, so if you guys could introduce yourself real quick, so like name, major, and like what your position in DSA is.
My name is Jen. I am the president of the Human Biology.
I'm Rihanna. I am the co-chair of VSA, and I'm pre-nursing major.
Welcome.
Can you speak a bit about your event, Dimer?
Yeah, right now.
Don't mind.
Okay, so it's basically just a Vietnamese cultural event showcasing our culture and our Vietnamese culture. And in the previous years, we would have food to showcase that, but because of COVID, we do not have food. So we are adding on more performances, like traditional dances, pop dances, and we're also including other cultures as well, like the Filipino or Korean or the Chinese ones.
And it's open to all youth students, right? Perfect.
Okay, so something that I wanted to bring up to the board, I put this in the email actually, but, so we have two steps that we kind of need to go through today, for VSA's applications. They submitted within the 30-day period, so I believe they submitted exactly 15 days, and we have budgetary statutes that say 15 days, or anything under the 15 days will not be considered. But, we have the ability to kind of make that decision on our own, whether or not we want to fund it at all. And that's before we would consider the application. So I kind of just want to get like a vote of, what we're thinking. So if we want to fund, yeah,
If you want, consider.
thank you, consider funding. So if we want to even consider funding this event because it's within the 30-day period that's written in our statutes, we still have the ability to kind of like waiver and like make our own decisions based off of it. And other boards in the past have done this, and events like this have been considered before, so, that's really about us. But we can take a really quick vote of all the finance members here, as well as everyone in the, WebEx call. So, yeah.
So are you voting or are you doing a straw poll?
No, should it be a vote?
So, may I address the?
Yeah.
Okay. So is everybody clear on the question? Or not?
So we're just saying that it falls under the 30 days?
Correct.
We
So,
can still consider it?
yes,
We're
so
not-
there, yes, correct. There is a window 15 to 29 days
Mhm.
where you can decide whether or not to consider it. If something is submitted less than 15 days, you cannot consider it. But this 15 to 29 days window, sort of, there's some wiggle room there. Because really what you want to do in order to be doing is submitting a month out at least. But sometimes that doesn't happen, and so there wants to be some flexibility in that, but that is up to your discretion. So the question at hand is as to whether or not to consider, is whether or not to look at this application.
Jump in real quick. We work with our own legislation.
So can you direct?
So, before, I allow you to speak real quick, I just want to see, in terms of us, do we want to move into a period of discussion about this? We can discuss it a little bit further, based on all the, like, knowledge that we have right now, or we can move into a period of voting. And, that's just kind of up to you. Whoever wants to motion for that.
I motion to move into a period of discussion.
Are there any objections? Hearing no objections, we can move to a period of discussion. So I can recognize you now, to speak.
So we were in contact with Mount Holland to postpone the date to November 12th, so that might.
Oh,
To,
so, I mean, so is that the, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Is that the new date
yeah,
or
it's confirmed as November 12th.
November 12th?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, so that is, yes.
That changes things. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Better.
Do you have confirmation of that you can send Shruti?
Yeah.
That would be excellent.
If you could just email to me, my email is as,
Hmm?
whenever you get a chance. Whenever you get.
No,
no,
it's not.
thanks.
It's
Okay.
not 19, something. Yeah.
SRANESH and warnings.
Yes.
So all we can see is right now that
And this, okay.
Yeah.
wonderful.
Okay. So then,
Okay. So at this point, since the application was submitted for more than 30 days ahead of time, and the amount is less than $1,000, we can proceed as normal application with some. So I guess we're in a period of discussion at this point, so we can discuss, the application as a whole. I can bring it back. Can I break it out? Okay, I won't be able to break it out. But with all the other, sorry.
oh, why can't you bring it up?
That's like blocking to right now, and I'm trying to take it. I guess I probably, I don't know.
It's,
Oh, just do it.
it's umbc.smfly.
I was going to see your email and click on the link, but it makes it like.
Oh, that's true.
Or just bookmark it on your computer.
Oh, but this is the, yeah, here. Here's something.
That'll get you in, yeah.
That was smart, thank you.
Nope,
Let's,
nope, go back.
Go back.
Oh, or,
I
I don't think so. Right?
this is the press.
It's gonna take a bit, I'm sorry.
See how long it's-
No, it's like a long
Last school made us do like a 26 long patch letter
Simple.
because we kept getting back. 26 long letter patch.
Okay. Okay, perfect, wrap it up right now.
Why do you want to have it?
I don't have to. So based on everything that we have seen and reviewed in our application, we have these points to add to our discussion, yeah.
My only concern was the amount of money on the paper that got attached did not match the amount of money on the physical application. And I don't know if I'm missing something. It was like $100 more on the paper than it was on the actual physical application.
I'm pretty sure it does match.
Yeah,
It was,
Yeah, it matches.
it matches. Am I missing something? I see the 200, the 478, but I thought it was 7.
Oh, it's the same,
$60 in other material.
yeah, there's something wrong with the formula for this, but they did ask for $60 in other items.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then oh yeah, because it didn't, yeah, I see, because it didn't like add it
Yeah.
to the bar. Correct. Okay, then, I don't see anything wrong with the application. I think.
anyone else?
Quick question, have you guys considered getting food catered? Because if there's some approved, you obviously catering options, right, or no?
Yes, there are.
Or you just chose not to?
We chose not to because it doesn't showcase the Vietnamese culture. So that's why we're emphasizing more on performances. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
It's more technical, but I just can't see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because it's under a different,
It's under
Can
the
you go
semester
into the
budgets application instead of the salary. Yeah, that's it.
are you sure you can bring the
Candace, if you have a second, would you be able to add Fiona to the?
Yes, I don't know why that's not there, but I got you.
I believe she also might not have been, added to the
Horrible person, I'm so sorry.
She might have also not been added to the last.
I think
Okay, Okay, anything else, guys? Anyone from WebEx? Anything to add?
I'm interested in hearing about it.
Okay. Seconds? 7 seconds?
You
Okay. Any objections? Okay, Amina, it was Ron that, motioned to move to here to voting, and then Vera seconded, and I just asked if there are any objections. Also, could we all speak up a little bit just for, Amina's sake?
Yes.
Hearing or seeing no objections under general consent, we can move to here to voting. So, for the amount of 38, thank you. $738, if we want to, okay, if we want to fund the entire, if we want to fund the $738, as requested by PSA, say aye in the chat and, or raise your hand here, and then nay in the chat, if not, and then don't raise your hand. So if you want this to be funded, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're waiting on Anya. Anya.
Aya, can you hear us?
If you want, yeah, if you want this to be funded, say aye in the chat, if not, then nay. Okay, perfect. So it's 7, 4, 7, 4. Seven, 4. Understanding, not testing. And it passed as of today. Congratulations. Thank you guys for putting that. Okay, Ron, could you walk them out and, can you explain the 35 program?
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. No, this is a mess. I confused my.
Oh, good. We good here?
What's that? Okay. Perfect. So our next agenda item, is Air Student Meetings, house requests for merchandise and marketing. I believe their treasurer, Yassine, is on the WebEx call. So, Yassine, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, probably just, your name, your, pronouns, major, and like your role in, ASU and why you're asking for funding for this.
Okay, my name is Yassine Alami. I'm a sophomore. I'm a sophomore. My major is in biochemistry, pronouns are he, him, and I am the treasurer of ASU. And the reason that we're requesting money for the t-shirts is that we believe that it's a way, like to like, rebuild like, like the ASU, because over the last year ASU kind of like, disbanded and people like, were like off like contacts with each other. This year we're trying to like develop like the Arab community at UMBC like slowly, and one of the ways we can do that is have t-shirts so that we can so that like more people can get involved in ASU this year, so that next year like we can start having events again and like there will be like a greater gathering of ASU. And we understand that the maximum amount of of the teacher funding is $300. So that's why we're just requesting $300 for the total of $539.
Thank you, Christine. So are there any motions to move from period of discussion over this?
I second.
Rose and Lonnie, moving to the end of your discussion on that and, just one second. Okay. If anyone has anything to add, raise your hand. Or-
There's anything wrong with their application. The only thing that I would like is to have like a better like picture of their design, because I know last time we discussed merchandising or some stuff we couldn't allow to be on their t-shirts and stuff. Like I can't really see what the symbol is on their shirt. I don't think it goes against anything. So I guess that's fine.
Yeah, it's a map
Yeah,
of the radio.
and they're allowed to use a UMBC symbol. I mean, like logo, right?
They have to.
Yeah, like that's, yeah, so the font that they have,
That's like pro logo.
they, may I?
Yeah, okay.
So the font that they have for UMBC is entirely different from the UMBC logo, so it's fine. If it was like, someone asked me today, like, how can we wanted to do something with the UMBC logo. I was like, basically the example I gave, which totally aged me, but it was fine, was that, I'm not even gonna tell you it, but well, okay, fine, now I have to tell you it. So have you ever seen have you ever watched Sesame Street?
Yeah.
And there's a really old skit where there's the letter U and anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know, it doesn't matter. So like, say you had like UMBC and it would look like the UMBC logo, but you replaced the U with like the letter U that looked like, had a smiley face on it. That's not gonna work. But if all of UMBC looks different, then you're fine. All of UMBC looks different, so it's fine. Yeah.
Then it has to be the exact logo or completely different.
I'm horrible at analysis. I
The
know,
funny thing is you said that sentence that I just said to me, like today,
I know,
but.
I know.
Perfect. So, I mean, personally, I think this is fine for one aspect, just to clarify it even more, that's a possibility, so I was asking if you share an actual picture of it, but personally, I think it's fine unless I have anything.
And they signed off on it. I was.
If that's okay with everyone, then, okay, perfect. Any other points to add? I mean, I can say that honestly, everything looks fine. And it's all like the way it's supposed to be done. So I would not be opposed to it.
Question, I'm sorry. T-shirts are free for their members. Donate t-shirts, I'm guessing it's free for all of their members. Like for example, we're getting funding with 30 t-shirts. And I'm guessing that they're gonna give it to their members for free, right?
Well, I guess I would just be there.
Oh, okay, that's fair, that's fine.
So there might be some associated costs since we're not funding all of it.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know, to for voting.
Objections? Here's the objections. People who are voting. So I in the chat for Aya, if should fund it as requested, nay, if not, and then for everyone here, we found it, funded, and if not, then you need to. Perfect, okay. That's all of us. And the introduction is Okay, congratulations to see, we'll be done.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Sure, I'll email you, probably tonight with a bit more, information about how to access the funds and whether they refuse it and all that stuff, and with, communication with David Royer and as well as the CS.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, okay, I'm into the third agenda. Today, I don't think we have anyone for the. Yeah.
Who the email saying that?
Are they, what time are they on the agenda for?
We don't have a.
Okay, 5:45. Are they outside?
Yeah, but can you responded to my email?
I feel like,
I guess in the chat.
And it's like, I think that's asking for an actual.
that'd be great, but.
You should,
I want them to explain to me.
the VX is, but that American Club TV song at all.
That's fine. I just thought they had.
I would assume that the,
I mean, it's fine, it's very straightforward. Okay,
we did our call.
sounds good. I guess, for right now, we're going to just make it to enter. So Kira, the janitor and, the smart second. Any objections? There's any objections? Or do you prefer Kira? Oh. Who's your parent? So putting up the application, are there any points anyone wants to add? So just raise it. Go ahead.
I think that there was nothing wrong there. Right. I don't see a reason why.
I think there's something in one of the attached documents about security and like the timing. I just wanted to make sure. I mean, I guess we can't really control that, right? But I just wanted to see. Or like they were booked for a certain amount of hours. Oh yeah, 11 to 8.
I guess the reason was just, I mean, not for me, like, I don't know, but I'm assuming it's like just because like it's another night and someone's sleeping. That it's like- That's just my, I think what they're trying to do.
It's fully fine, just because it feels improved, like it got everything that they need.
Let me go ahead.
They're totally fine too. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. I wonder why they didn't like providing the food, just like, that's not my problem.
Still start after 24 hours. Can I be raising?
No.
We, sorry, I'm sorry, the confidential material was $10 and 50 cents.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
just like, I don't know what they're gonna use that for. It would be
Flyers? What?
maybe.
$10 and 50 cents.
Did they submit anything about what they wanted to do for competition?
No,
Oh, that's a lot. They could be pretty.
They want to make call.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no on the application for contribution.
Did they say in the application what they're doing for advertising?
Yeah, flyers and quarter cards.
Flyers and quarter
but
cards.
it's like a pound.
Should stay there. Sorry.
It says
Yeah, so it says under the what are your anticipated methods of advertising, Facebook, by NBC, email, flyers, quarter cards. Oh, okay. Other, Twitter, and Tumblr. Got it. Yeah, I mean, I would also look for you on there. I think to enter.
Seconds.
Any objections? You're saying no objections? Okay, for Aya, fully funded, they, I in the chat, and May in the chat if you don't position, and then for everyone here, raise your hand. If you think so, no, if you don't. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so 6 of us here. Perfect. Okay. Inside. No, but I actually didn't swear. 190.
It's,
95, 190. It's a Friday to Saturday. That's what I said. I said, I was go to it, but you know the week I'm running. And then
Honestly, you.
and then how are you supposed to shower?
What?
Because the event is 24 hours, just sleep over.
They can come and go.
Oh, yeah.
Come and go. Yeah,
That's what I thought. So.
yeah. They have done this event. A bunch of times.
really?
Yes.
They did it virtually last year.
Yeah, they have done this, so yeah,
Wait, then you gotta like dive hard anime things.
they know what's up. They know what's up.
I just want to sit there and watch everything.
Yes, yes,
As they should.
yes.
Okay,
I don't watch anything, yes.
perfect. Do you want to?
Oh, sorry. I think we're just all filling out that form, right?
Right,
I can send it to the chat.
Yes.
yeah, perfect. And also everyone. The agenda, you can ask the form. The point is, for a little bit of context, Marshall and Joshua reached out to, people high up. There are a lot of people high up, but, a lot of people high up, about mentoring and having that actually be, especially because the last two reason of things, I don't even know, a bunch of my friends have been online, and they kind of wanted something to be in person to sit at it, and a lot of other schools are trying to do it. So that's kind of their push, and they're sending out basically the survey to a bunch of stakeholders, and I guess at SBA we kind of have to say all of it, but yeah, so we're basically filling out this form, basically indicating our interests regarding events and personal nature. If you want like more context about this, I can go into more context, but
And it like says on like the actual form, like the two options, and you basically pick one. Okay.
yeah, I mean that's what.
I didn't know we had this much power.
Sorry?
I said I didn't know we had this much power.
Everything. It's pretty cool that we're doing this. It's kind of the influence that like we're able to have like. It wasn't. I can send it.
In the chat.
In like the live position.
Oh, I sent it in
The web,
the.
yes.
Let me send it to.
I believe it's for everyone.
Yeah, all of you.
And also, Amara, you can also fill it out too.
The only problem. Oh, are we allowed to discuss it? Or it's like interview?
I think we can.
We're all.
The only problem I see with it being outside is that what if like it's winter graduation? So what if it's like cold? And we decide that it's outside, like.
I mean, we can sure like anything, because like there are like, there's like a section about like what berries you see with the post option, so. I mean, I understand that, it's gonna be cool. So, it's an interesting.
So I think they just use the university summer and do it outdoors, like,
Yeah, I guess outdoor makes the most sense, but,
I feel like the outdoor world, like, things could be interesting.
Nor said it makes like the student be in a tough position because they have to decide between everybody that been through that and been for them to be journeyed. What two people can come see me actually across the stage?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like kind of like you either get this or nothing. So that's probably sacrificing.
I'm sorry, just to clarify my question, is it like, I mean, like, is it just like for SGA officers or like all undergraduate students? Like, will this be sent out to everyone? Oh, okay.
This has not been sent out to everyone.
Oh,
Is it being planned on being sent out to everyone?
They are looking for sort of pulse check by tomorrow, so probably not.
Okay, I think it's just whoever gets out goes to it in the next like 2 days, or like, yeah.
okay.
I mean, I guess mostly it's gonna be like us.
Yeah, so you are representatives of the student body, and so they are using you as a focus group of sorts to get your opinions.
Okay, perfect. Once we all like kind of finish it, I'll get into. Let me know when all of you are finished. Just like raise your hand or just like. Okay, perfect. Off you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Gone. But our last, I guess. We could hear the announcements, but did anyone have any announcements? Did everyone go out to the carnival?
The tower was amazing. I like the tower. Watch that video this time. If you heard a very loud putrid scream, that was probably me. I almost got on my bombing comment. And
That's right, that's what it's called. Bombing
I
comment.
almost
That
got
was
on,
so fun.
but wait, the one regular governor. I got in the thing, but
It was
the thing, but the
adorable.
car went to
I
my
love
stomach.
it. You're,
See, yeah, the difference too.
I was
I had to
like,
really
so
listen
just
to it.
like watching on the computer.
It was very chaotic,
It was.
but also wonderful.
It was wonderful. That's
But
like
it's
so many.
That's why I didn't get it. This thing's gonna make like number fake breaks.
Okay. Are there any like actual announcements so we can like? Okay, yeah.
Me and Rick, mom want jackets.
How did, okay, what is the varsity jackets? Come on. We're a sport technically,
Intellectual.
intellectual sport.
You
Like
see
math
how
club.
much- see how much we have to deal with?
Can we file this house application?
Yeah.
Only Fiona gets a jacket.
Wow.
See how we problematic.
Cause
organization
you-
she does?
Have her, you slammed her. Sorry, no, he has been a wonderful week. Are we still recording? Only Fiona gets a jacket.
I
Okay.
would like to formally apologize.
No.
Stop.
Okay,
Any real
we
announcements?
can like talk afterwards, but
Any real announcements? I said this, oh man, I said this yesterday because it was a day, but I didn't see you all yesterday, so I'll say it today. Yesterday was National Coming Out Day. So I just want to say that, my space is a safe space for those who want to come out or have come out or can't come out or aren't going to come out, like that, it's important to sort of see yourself in spaces and know that you can be sort of who you are. And so my space is always that space, so just wanted to know that. Yep. And yes, also yesterday was Indigenous Peoples' Day. And so I want to honor and respect that and bring that, we do land acknowledgements and that is important and that's the first step. But we should also be doing, I think, more to repair the harm that was done. So, and continues to be done. Yes, yesterday was Indigenous Peoples' Day and National Coming Out Day. So I just want to give those two.
kind of doing months after here, but liaison stuff. So, um, so obviously we're like 8 weeks out right now, and we've seen in the chat, there's some crazy responses coming from some student organizations right now. So I guess the main things to keep in mind are that keep on sending communication out, like respond to emails. Obviously, they're all doing great with that, but make sure like everyone's being responded to. So if anyone asks you about treasure training, the next one coming up is like this Friday on the 8th at 3 p.m. Point them towards that. Also, if they want to hold an on-campus event, ECS, there are no more appointments technically until the 20th, or until the 21st actually. So we shouldn't really be instructing them to do that, but like there's a possibility where they can submit a semester application and then go to ECS on like the 21st. And then like email us the documentation and without like technically they should have done it ahead of time. And we shouldn't be really acknowledging or accepting that, but we need to redo it. Yeah.
Really, really, really important note. If your orgs are asking you about off campus, they do not need to schedule with ECS because a lot of people are scheduling with Matt for off campus and it's just a waste of everybody's time. So that's appointment slots that could have been going to other orgs. And they all know better because as Mon and Shruti know, I drilled it home in the roundtables.
Yeah.
So they know better. If your orgs are asking you off-campus events, send them my way and towards the officer page because there's a link and a form there for them to fill out.
And I'll be sending out an email, like a reminder on the 15th, send out to the second to last email for budget deadline.
And honestly, like we had this conversation before, but I might be like, I would encourage everyone to also like kind of add their presidents in because for me personally, I've heard from a lot of treasurers being like, oh, my president didn't really know this and they didn't like know to plan for it and stuff like that. So like almost like individually go and like forward it to them. It's like annoying, but like at this point, that's probably the best way to go about it because the amount of miscommunication that happens between them being like, oh, my president never told me, and then the president goes, oh, my president never told me, kind of a thing. So like to avoid that annoying miscommunication, if we could just maybe individually going forward all the emails to the president as well, so they also know what's happening and we don't get a bunch of emails in the last minute and I don't do this. So that's something that we do. Anything else to add? Anyone in terms of anything that they found helpful, any weird communication? So
For me, I kind of have to So like they talk to me with me, doesn't know what to do. Like, they always say, you know, I'm free on this day, but then it's end up being accountable to people. So we always have combination of me. The plan is people every day. So, you know, I've been trying my best as to tell them, like, if this is the time that works for you, I can always see what I can do. Yeah, that's probably.
Sorry, but I would also like to tell you to point like go to your appointment calendar because like the reason that like the whatever 2 hours allotment that you put out, it exists. So like it's always there in the schedule and it's like it's not going in conflict. So I would honestly just like tell you to like point that give them the appointment to the other pay. It's like they have appointment with me so that we know that it's like I'm busy for sure. And if like at that point they can't find a time, they can honestly go to like Google Calendar and try to make an appointment with you whenever. As based off your schedule on Google Calendar. But also,
If that really doesn't work, they can also schedule with any other liaison
Yeah.
too. Like if they absolutely, there's no connection, someone's gonna have a chance to meet with them.
and if
And like your email templates, like it like mentions that like if I'm not available, like reach out to some other apps. Like that's something that they should be doing on their own. Yeah.
And I believe we have like appointments every single day for like Monday or something for all of our reps. So there should be, in theory, sometimes that it should work for someone. So, yeah. Devin, you had your hand raised as well.
I guess, yeah, like the only weird thing that I was hearing is like, oh, I attended, the treasurer training last academic year, my visit count, I'm like.
Nope.
They know better than that.
And I do get a lot of treasurer training questions,
Friday,
which is this Friday, and this last one,
the last
please
one.
make it, you enough good to go. Other than that. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, we're almost done. We're almost done with the like entire process. So hopefully it doesn't get messier and hopefully it's like straightforward because it's been repeated almost like 10 times at this point for them in different venues and like avenues. So I really hope it doesn't become too chaotic for all of us. Any other announcements, questions, concerns, anything liaison or anything else related?
Can I just give a note to remember with all of the amount of either last minute, treasurer trainings happening. As Shruti said, a lot of, if not all of the ECS things being booked up. Probably will have some groups coming to you asking for either time extensions or other things. Just remember, this is not on you, that is on them. You all have been doing great with your communication. Not only have you all been communicating, it's going on the officers page. It's been talked about in the roundtables as well, which only 6 groups did not go to roundtables. So that means all other almost 200, over 200 have heard this information. So please keep in mind, because it's gonna happen and you're gonna feel guilty that this is not your fault if groups do not get their things done correctly on time or in a way that they want them done. I think Candace and I have both seen this in previous boards, that a lot of guilt comes when groups come to you like that, with stuff like that, but it's not on you. It's just them trying to get whatever they can, and sometimes to do that, they kind of make you feel guilty, and please don't feel guilty. So that is a reminder that I want to throw out there, that you all have done what you needed to do. Yeah.
On that note, are there any, oh, I'm sorry.
I motion.
I moved to enter.
Move to adjourn.
Okay, that works.
I move that you.
A second.
Okay, any objections? Do you see no objections? We move to the period of servant. I recognize that Kira, Ron, there's Ron and North Lawn. Me, as well as our exhibition members, Corey, Candace, and Mario are all. Oh, who's second? I think it was either Mahira or Money. I can't remember. Money? Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm gonna stop recording. Really quick, off together.
You have to do it from here, I think.
Let's see.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,